Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a classic carrot cake. Okay, as you can see, I've got some different equipment here today. I'm not using my big mat. I bought one of these, it's like a little floppy thing, and so I'm trialling that today to see if it will do the trick for me. Okay, here we go. First of all, I have all my ingredients prepared and ready here. I have my carrot in a bowl here, which I put through the food processor on the grate function. Dead easy to do that. I've got some beautiful walnuts. I've got my homemade mixed spice. I have cane sugar, and I have just all-purpose plain flour with 2 teaspoons of baking powder. In this jug I have just vegetable oil, which I'm going to pour into a very big bowl. Now this makes a 10-inch cake, which is really quite large. If you don't need one that big, you can halve this recipe, or alternatively you can do what I'm doing today and make 2. So long as you haven't finished the icing on these, that it freezes beautifully, defrosts, and then you can ice the next one. So you can have one for you for now and one for the freezer. So that works really well. Okay, into my oil I'm going to pop my cane sugar. This is just raw cane sugar. I buy this at a local shop and I really like it. It's really good. And I missed that completely. Did you see that? It's gone all over the side. Oh dear. I'm sure that tiny bit won't hurt. But, oh my God, that's me all over, isn't it? Okay, into this, we're going to put 5 eggs. So, as I said, this is a really big recipe. 5 eggs. Here we go. Oh dear, honestly, I can't believe the mess I've made here. Honestly, it's just as well that I clear this up, or my husband will be having an absolute fit. Honestly, if he sees this video afterwards, he's going to go absolutely mad. In this bowl, I have the zest of an orange and an apple. We're going to use the juice from the orange later on in the topping for this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just bring this together. I'm going to whip this. You can use your food blender for this, food mixer, hand mixer, whatever. I'm just going to mix this together until it's quite light and fluffy. Oh, I also have some salt. Nearly forgot that. So, here we go. This is almost like toffee. Look at it. Mad. Okay, so we've given that a beat up. Next in is the flour. Into this, as I said, I've got a couple of teaspoons of baking powder. So here we go. We need to work that in. I may use my whisk again. Now this is going to look quite stiff. I always think this recipe sounds like it's got far too much sugar in it. Does taste nice though. Into this now, I'm going to put walnuts. Now these, I'm just going to break them down a tad as I put these in. These are optional. If you really don't like walnuts, then don't put them in. I'm going to reserve a couple for decoration for the top. Now into that we're going to put all of our carrot, and that is one lot of carrot. I'm not sure that this is extremely healthy. I always thought carrot cake would be a really healthy recipe. but it isn't really. So it pretends to be very good. Now, using my, oh look, I'm not even on this mat. That mat is not so good. I wish I'd put my other one down now. Okay, might be good for other things. What I'm going to do now is just fold this into my mix that I've just made until it all comes together. And we're getting there. Look at that. All together quite nicely here. Okay, so I've prepared 2 tins. I've got a loaf tin and I've got a nice round springform pan that takes the bottom off. I've not got the same with this loaf tin. So what I've done is just oiled it and popped in a piece of paper. I've not gone right to the edges of this. I just want to be able to loosen the sides and lift it out. I'm going to pop, and I'm going to forget about this because I really don't like it. I'm going to pop this into there now, and I'm going to be using my ice cream scoops to do this. I don't want to knock down the sides of that paper at all. And also I want to get it in there nice and evenly. There, it makes a good spoon rest. How about that? Okay, so I want about half of it in here. There we go. That's so much easier. Okay, this one I've just oiled. It's springform and it will just open up. Look at me. I suggest. No wonder my husband can't watch me cook. Honestly, he goes mad. But I've got to keep it in. This is what happens. Maybe I should be a bit more careful. I try. Okay, to get this out, you want to pull it against your body. There's not much in here now, but I'm going to get what I can out. Okay, there you go. That's that finished with. So I didn't make a mess on the actual tins, did I? So I've got 2 carrot cakes here ready to go into the oven. Now I will cook these in my Ninja, as I usually do, because it's got a 2 shelf function and it's brilliant, and it's fan assisted. So I'm going to be putting these in on 160 degrees and it will cook for around about an hour and a half. Check it at an hour and a half by putting a skewer in. If it comes out clean, it's done. But it can take up to 1 hour 45 to cook. This is a slow cook. So I will see you when it's finished. Well, as you can see, my carrot cakes have come out beautifully. I've got another one over here on the side, the round one, which I won't be putting a topping on because my husband and I prefer it just as it is. However, this one here is for my boys and they really like the topping, so I'm going to make some just for them. Now, first of all, I need butter. This is 100 grams of butter going into my silly mixer. I also want cream cheese. Now this is 300 grams of cream cheese. Try and get that off my spoon a bit. What I need to do first of all is beat this butter, which is at room temperature, and the cream cheese together. Okay, just going to push that back down again. Now this should be lovely, light and fluffy, and what I want is for it to be smooth and all that butter whipped in. So keep going until it is. It needs to be whipped in properly. Next thing I'm going to add is 100 grams of superfine or icing sugar. And again, we're going to beat this together. Okay, in this bowl, I have the juice of half an orange. Now I'm just going to put half of that in. Now I'm going to beat this until it's thick and it's spreadable without being runny. This might take sort of 3 or 4 minutes. I think that's done. This is exactly what we're looking for. Look at that. Can you see? That consistency is beautiful. I have my cake. I'm going to try and avoid these bits from my spoon here. Push it down. There's actually enough here to do both cakes, but I would prefer to only do the one. My husband really doesn't like this. Oh wow, look at that. That is a perfect consistency. That's what you're looking for here. I know some people cut these in half and put more cream in. For me, that's just too much. It's too much. I want to be able to taste the cake. The cream is really nice, but I would much prefer to be able to taste this. I've actually got a set of piping nozzles and a gun that I'm going to try out, certainly for when I do my marzipan and icing my Christmas cake. I do have a piping set, but I cannot put it together on my own at all. And what I'm hoping with this gun that I've got coming is that it will make it so that I can do it on my own. After all, the whole point of doing these videos is to show you what you can do in the kitchen. Now, all of us could do stuff with the help of somebody else, which is great. It's a good way to get back into doing this. But ultimately, if you're anything like me and stubborn, you want to do this yourself. You don't want somebody else doing it for you. We need to find ways to do things, find ways of overcoming things. And the whole point of my videos is to show you that we can do that. We are no different to anybody else. Oh, that's good. We are no different to anybody else. We just want to do what everybody can do with 2 hands, or maybe what we used to do with 2 hands. Okay, so this now, oh, forgot my decorations. I'm just going to put some walnuts across the top. Look at me, how useless am I? Because this is a loaf, I'm just going to pop these across the top. If you don't like walnuts, you could use pecan nuts, I suppose. I don't use them because my son is allergic to those. And he won't thank me if I fill this with pecans. Look at the crumb here. That is so moist and beautiful. Look, I can just take a piece out. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, if you liked what you saw, please press the bell, share, like, subscribe. To see me make, not necessarily dish up, but to see me make some beautiful food. This is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for watching.